All right, guys. So this is the second half of our Week 1 game for 2017, the inaugural Madden game.
Good to be back.
Good to be back for sure, yeah. No doubt. We've got the reigning Super Bowl champs versus the team they just took apart in the Super Bowl. And things haven't quite changed since then. This feels like the first half felt like the fifth and sixth quarter of that Super Bowl.
Didn't it? I don't know. Cam's looking a little better than he did in the Super Bowl. That's
you think
for
so?
Sure.
Well, he is. Yeah, he was just miserable during that Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm sick right now, man. I'm sick in this game. We're down 14. I think we can make a push, but we're kicking the ball off to you if I'm not mistaken. Look at this, though, man. What a run. Just a lot of breakout runs.
But the Broncos defense, while they have not officially scored a point, they are the reason that I have 14 points right now. It's just great field position and blanketing the receivers for the most part.
Absolutely. And so, watching this kickoff makes me think of a game I played last night. This is the, what do you call it? The Draft Champions Championship game. Unranked. It was unranked. But the Draft Champions Championship game. God, what a dime, man. He's just put... And what am I diving for? I missed so many of those, man. I missed so many tackles like that. He's shining on him. He's shining on me, y'all. Why? Kick you in the stomach. Shut up.
Wow.
This guy.
I'm just trying to get a few yards off play action and things open up.
He did that. He did that. I'm sitting here with the pie face. Oh, Xbox loved it too. You see it?
Now we can watch it whenever we want.
Oh, God.
Kuechly can't catch him.
He's trying. God bless him. Oh, man, he could have won an old Olympic medal in the long jump for that one. I see you. I see you.
He's going to injure his shoulder on that.
I hope
Let's
it hurts.
take one more look at that.
You killing me, Smalls. All right. So, draft, whatever. Back to what I was talking about.
There's only one reason we show an extra point here. Shenanigans.
So many shenanigans, right?
Catch it.
Please.
Catch it.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, I think so. That's 2 points for you, right?
I think so, man. Like, I'm not sure if there's something with...
All right, so draft champions.
Draft champions, championship game. This kid is up by, like, 13 on me because he missed his first extra point.
It happens.
Right? No, he's up by 12. He was up by 12. He missed his first extra point, and then he went for a then I scored. He went for a 2-point conversion to
make it up, basically.
Yeah, to make it up, and he missed it. No, I didn't. Yeah, the score was 0-12, and then I came back to 14-12. But he tried that series of things. Then some fourth quarter stuff happens. I end up with the ball, 1 minute to go, down by like 3. No, down by 4 because I needed a touchdown. Look at this, man. There's just nowhere to go with the ball, bro.
These shenanigans never stop.
There's nowhere to go with the ball.
And you caught it.
He did.
Against all logic.
It's kind of against logic, but not really.
I mean,
yeah, those are NFL players. They should have moved around a lot more than that, man. Like when there's that much time for a quarterback to run around, somebody should be able to shake somebody. I would think. Hitting them with a little power run game now. Okay. I'm down by 20 points.
My only argument is that the corners and safeties and linebackers in coverage need to be disciplined enough to not be staring at Cam Newton, scrambling around and just say, oh, well, I'll forget all about guarding this guy because Cam Newton's running 20 yards away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that. Don't make the separation happen because the corners ridiculously knew that the quarterback was breaking the pocket.
Yeah, those tip drill interceptions seem like a scary possibility in this year.
They don't happen often enough for me. Like there's still a lot of the balls like rolling around on some guy's head in like a Three Stooges character. He can't get it.
So you're down 4 in draft champions.
Down 4 draft champions, 1 minute to go. I score and I leave the kid, I promise you, 7 seconds left on the clock. You already see where this is going, I would imagine, because of the way I'm setting this up. This fool returns a kick out of the end zone. I kicked it 3 yards into the end zone. Now, keep in mind, this has been just a terribly emotional game. He was running one play the whole game. It was the one where you've got 3 down linemen. It's like a dime, but it's like a dime with 3 down linemen. It's a quarter with 3 down linemen, the 1 middle linebacker, and the down linemen are doing a contain, and the middle linebacker is in a quarterback spy.
Yeah, okay.
Is in quarterback spy, and everybody else is in man coverage.
And
all that he had drafted was defensive backs and safeties. Okay, and he was in man coverage, right?
Okay.
Unfortunately, that team that I drafted I drafted 4 wide receivers randomly. So, like, he's kryptonite for me. The one thing that I can do, and I don't have an offensive line, I'm thinking somebody's going to get open off of all these people. And I was so committed to passing the ball with my 4 drafted players that it took me until the second half to realize that I need to power run him. And that's how I ended up coming back there at the end of the game. So I'm just incredibly emotionally invested. There was a lot of the computer doing goofy stuff for him and all these other things. The computer scored twice for him during that game. It was a really close game. I had a good defense also. But he does the middle return, and the sea just parted for him. He never got touched.
Brings it up the middle.
Straight up the middle. And I had to go pour a shot. But with all that said, I'm loving the game so far. It's giving me, I hate, but I love that frustration that comes from Madden season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then it's easy for me to sit here and say, well, you should have squibbed it.
Oh, I definitely should have. Bro, I definitely should have.
But that doesn't help now for me to sit here and say that.
I've lost.
If we're sitting there together live, I say, squib that.
I wasn't thinking, bro. Like, I kicked it to that guy so many times.
Or
deep
even
in the end zone.
it.
Bro, there were so many. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just to not give him a chance at a run back. But again, that's all easy to say after the fact.
It was a ridiculous decision. Just an insane decision. And he'd been beating me deep also. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to put...
So you didn't want to give him a chance to bomb it out.
To bomb it into field goal range, because a field goal... Look at this. Don't you look at this?
I knew I was going to throw an interception when I called the play. Not even when we lined up. Like when we were in the play call menu, I said, this is the play I'm going to call, and it's probably going to be an interception to the middle linebacker. And I did it anyway, Greg Olsen. Nope. But Greg Olsen was open.
Was he?
Yeah. He was maybe touchdown open. There he is again.
Give it to him.
This is realistic because that's all Cam can do in the real world is just throw it to Greg Olsen. We're getting Greg Olsen because we'll never afford Gronkowski.
Good grief, man.
So Madden Ultimate Team, Greg Olsen, you're on the radar. He's probably the next elite, the offensive elite I'll go after.
Right on.
Once we figure out our running back situation.
I like...
Lacey's been fine for me, though.
I haven't played with... Yeah, we talked about it. I'm really not touching them until they're ready for competition.
They're on their way.
Emmitt Smith is the truth, bro.
I had him and sold him.
The elite Emmitt Smith?
No, the yellow Emmitt helped pay for half of Brady.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm just not a fan of playing with guys that don't play right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, Roby. What do I do?
I do that. Oh, that was you, though. Cool.
Yeah.
I do that a lot also, though. I do that a lot. Like thinking the dive is going to happen because I get tackled by that stupid dive so often.
Yeah.
Still, I get tackled by that stupid dive so often, but for some reason, I don't know how to. I do that a lot, too. Where I'm trying to run after the catch, but I press it a little bit too late. I promise you, like... Would you look at this?
Punches and bunches.
At least
Saving
he got
the day.
there. At least he got there. Olsen's dead now. Please go. Please.
We get a second tight end. I would have thrown it to Y.
Yeah, me too, but he got his hands on it. Obviously, I wouldn't. He got his hands on it. What am I waiting so long for?
Streaking down the middle of the field. It's you've got your reads, so if your brain is on one thing when you go out of the huddle, it takes you. And I'm saying this about me too. It can just take so long to get to the open guy. If you're committed to an idea.
Yep.
I think I was like panicking about the screen, thinking about how many times it destroyed me last year. I've seen it get blown up a lot more this year.
Yeah.
Or at least combated that. There were so many times.
That was just me lobbing it. Like, Ginn's fast. I'm going to try and
I'm taking zero credit for getting the interception, but it's one of the prettiest ones I've seen is that little basket catch interception he did.
They didn't want to show it to us. Good. I probably skipped.
I think at this point of the game, you were...
Get me out of this. Mom, it hurts.
That was...
Make them stop.
That was sort of the last big hurrah, although it looks like you're going to get the ball again.
Get him.
X so open, and then I throw it to the guy that drops it.
Again, what is you going to do? Nothing? Oh, they are fast, bro. That D is fast.
Yeah. Is there a sprint command this year, or is it all...
It's right trigger.
It is still right trigger?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I slow down when I press right trigger. Sometimes you did get me there.
You got to go deep,
X.
man. Oh, there you go. I'll take it.
You probably should have tried me with Benjamin more. But the problem is you got Aqib Talib and Chris Harris, so...
Just blanketing them.
Yeah. Aqib didn't even do anything. He's talking trash in the cutscene here.
I should have ran a lot more at you. See, you got that spy standing there too.
Well, I know what I'm dealing with Cam Newton. I'm still playing defense from Madden 16 tendencies, so I don't want to get towards the end there. So there's an example of the screen not working out for a change.
But why didn't it? Why didn't they block that one guy?
Ouch. I'm running the other way with it.
Yeah, you are.
Didn't quite make it though. 4th and 4, you only got 3 yards.
Yeah, they gave it to him. Oh no, it was 4th. Never mind.
Yeah. Let the celebrations begin.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well,
and that's that.
That's that. I know it's a small consolation. I feel like it's one of those closer than the score suggests because we'll see in a second. Offensively, I didn't really do a lot. Right. I had a couple good plays, obviously, but I didn't have a lot of field that I had to work with on those.
The curse of Cam, though. That's really what I
was gifted the ball more. Like I probably had a lot of opportunities from those interceptions.
That's very nice of you to say. But yeah, I've got to get better with him. I've just got to get better with him. But if Andy Dalton and all these guys are they throw better. There's just so many quarterbacks that are better at throwing the ball, and having that scrambling quarterback doesn't feel like the weapon that used to feel like in. It doesn't feel like the weapon it used to feel like in older football games, where you take the quarterback to the outside, you could just kind of go.
Things open up.
Yeah. No, things don't open up quite the way they used to.